When Mercyhurst College students arrived back on campus a few weeks ago, they discovered the Laker Inn, one of Mercyhurst's most popular dining establishments, would no longer accept board meal plans. Instead of paying out of pocket or buying dining dollars, hundreds of students with board-only meal plans flocked to the Egan cafeteria as their main food destination.
The reason that equivalency was ever proposed at the Laker Inn was to allow for the dining services to be used on campus when Sedesco still operated food services. If you recall, the dining hall opened for breakfast, closed in between lunch, opened for lunch for a few hours, closed, opened for dinner, and then after 6:30 it was closed. The college and Sedesco realized and identified the fact that you needed to provide food service for those non-traditional kinds of hours when kids would be eating. Equivalency was created to meet and to satisfy that need.
They love the food over there, they love the food over here. The only bug they have right now is the board not being at Laker.
Did you have a lot of students coming in to change to more dining dollars?
We didn't have a lot of students change out of the block plan, but we did have a lot of students coming in and adding dining dollars.
I still eat here. I had to change my board plan just to eat here.
The result? The Laker and the Student Union have had considerably less student traffic this year, even appearing empty during some prime meal hours. Officials from Parkhurst Dining Services, which replaced Sedesco at the end of last year, estimate Egan receives between 2,500 and 3,000 transactions each day.
I would really like more people to come and enjoy the food over here, which is bound to happen. Every day we're getting a little busier because it's, the cafeteria is getting crushed over there.
In some regards, it's nice to be able to go downstairs and get your food right when you want to, instead of waiting in a long line, But in another way, you wish there was a little more activity. It would feel more like a college campus, like a student union, if there's people passing through and there's that sense of people around.
Late night in Egan has been outstanding. Students are really taking advantage from the atmosphere after 9 o'clock at night, going in and eating up until coming in at 11:45 to come in and grabbing the last thing that comes out of there at midnight.
Students don't need to wait as much as they're waiting at Egan right now because their lines, people are doing it in orderly fashion. They're waiting in lines. That wait time will be cut down in half or even less than that if the traffic is diverted, if they provide the students the necessary means to use their board at the retail locations.
It's really slow, because last year it was packed. I would not stop at all working or anything, and here I'm nothing to do. So more people should come maybe.
If there was an option so that people who normally only eat at Egan, because that's the only option they have, could have an option to eat here, I think that would help, because there's a lot of great food downstairs. I just don't think that a lot of kids have access to it because of the meal plans.
And I assured them, and I said, I'm trying to do the best I can to bring back the board to Laker. But it's up to the college and the board to decide when and how it's going to happen.